Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be leaving for Tashkent today on a two-day visit to attend the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit. Prime Minister Modi will be meeting Chinese President Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin on the sidelines of the summit. India will become the permanent member of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization during the organization's two-day summit meeting. Important step taken by government in textile and garment sector announces new textile policy. The policy to create more employment and boost exports. The steps will lead to a cumulative increase of $30 billion in exports and investment of 74,000 crores over the next 3 years. Cabinet also approves 10,000 crore rupee fund for startups. Giving fillip to Digital India initiative, government clears way for mega auction of more than 2,300 MHz spectrum available for auction across 7 bands. Decision to allow telecom operators to purchase spectrum at par with international holding values and end spectrum shortage. Auction to fetch about 5.66 lakh crore rupees to the exchequer. Ahead of the two-day NSG plenary meeting beginning in Seoul from today, France has strongly backed India's entry into the group, saying it will bolster global efforts against nuclear proliferation and ask member states to take a positive decision. Meanwhile, Indian Foreign Secretary S. Jaishankar to be in Seoul to push for India's bid. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley to leave for China on a 5-day visit today. During his visit, Jaitley will be participating in the first meeting of the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank and India-China Financial Dialogue Meet, among other events. Indian Space Research Organisation creates history with the successful launch of PSLV C-34, which placed 20 satellites in space from Sriharikota, including India's latest Earth observation Cartosat-2 series satellite. President Pranab Mukherjee and Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated ISRO scientists for the monumental accomplishment. Government has amended the UGC regulations to promote foreign collaborations to improve educational quality in the country. It will allow higher educational institutions with grade A to collaborate with foreign institutions for non-technical degree programs. Human Resources Development Minister Smriti Irani said enabling foreign collaborations will provide enhanced international exposure for Indian students. The government has said it has full confidence in Chief Economic Advisor Arvind Subramanian and rejected BJP MP Subramaniam Swamy's allegations against him. Replying to a media query in New Delhi, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley said the Chief Economic Advisor has provided valuable insights from time to the government. Britain is all set to go to polls in a historic referendum on whether the country should remain a member of the European Union or leave. An estimated over 46 million people are entitled to take part in the vote, a record number for a UK election. United Nations Security Council President has said North Korea's latest ballistic missile tests are a clear and unacceptable violation of UN Security Council resolutions. The missiles tested were believed to have been North Korea's new Musudan immediate range. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has hailed the successful test of a powerful new medium-range missile, saying it poses a direct threat to US military bases in the Pacific, the state media reported. Kim, who personally monitored the Musudan missile test, said it was a great event that significantly bolstered the North preemptive nuclear attack. In Pakistan, renowned Qawwal Amjad Sabri was shot dead by unidentified motorcycle-borne gunmen in Karachi. His driver and an associate were also killed in the attack. A Taliban faction has claimed the responsibility. Democrats in the US Congress are refusing to leave the floor of the House of Representatives in order to force a vote on gun control laws. Nearly 100 lawmakers are staging the sit-in, demanding expanded background checks and the blocking of gun sales to terror suspects. India clinched the T20 International Series against Zimbabwe by a 2-1 margin, winning the third and final match by a narrow 3-run margin at Harare. After restricting India to 138 for 6, the hosts got close to the target before ending at 135, losing 6 wickets. Cristiano Ronaldo erupted from his scoring slump by netting his first 2 goals of Euro 2016, helping Portugal earn a 3-3 draw with Hungary and sending both teams in the round of 16.